selection of units and operating schedule from the load curve. Now the load on the power station is not constant because it is continuously changes. So only one unit is not used to supply the such type of load because it is not desirable to use only one unit of peak load capacity because the total and the another most important thing is because the total blackout occurs due to the failure of one unit. So if we are using only one unit to supply the load in the power system, so due to any reason it may be failure or some maintenance is required, at that time whole total breakdown is occurs. So and already we have seen that in the load curve the peak load occurs for only 1 or 2 hours in a day, and remaining time units operates on underload condition which will reduce the efficiency of the power plant. So due to this reason, or to avoid such type of condition, more than one units are used in the power station. Now the following points to be considered at the time of selecting of unit. So first, if possible, the whatever the units are used in the power station, so all units having equal rating. This reduces the spares requirement for the unit. Second, it should be possible to supply power if the maximum demand is increased to some extent. Third, the reserve unit which is used in power station having maximum having capacity equal to the maximum of all the unit has to be provided in the power station. Fourth, the unit should be selected in such a way that there is no frequently starting and stopping operation. So these are the points to be considered at the time of selecting unit. And let me see some definition. So first, plant capacity factor. So the power station does not have same capacity as its maximum demand, but more than that is kept. So if the load is increasing to some value or extended, it can be given power for small time period. Now in addition, unit spare unit is used, spare unit is kept so that it can be operated when a unit is failure or the shutdown for the regular maintenance. So we can use this spare unit. So thus the sum of all the ratings, sum of the rating of all the units which is installed in the plant is called installed plant capacity or plant capacity. So whatever units are erected or installed, so to sum all the ratings of units which are installed in the power station is called installed plant capacity or plant capacity. So we can also write the plant capacity factor. It is nothing but it is a ratio between average demand to the installed plant capacity, and it is always been represented in terms of percentage. That's why multiply 100. So average demand we can write also the energy generated per unit divided by generated per year, the numbers of units generated per year divided by installed plant capacity into 8760 into 100. So if the plant is operated as its rated capacity throughout the year, the value of this plant capacity factor becomes 1. That means it is 100. Now plant capacity factor, it is also called as a load factor. Now if we are taking energy generated in the month instead of this year, then it is called monthly plant load factor. So we can write the definition of monthly plant factor, it is a nothing but ratio between energy generated per month divided by instant plant capacity into 30 that means numbers of days in the month, and 20 into 24, that is the numbers of hours per day. So we can also define the plant capacity factor is equal to average demand divided by plant capacity into 100. Now we can arrange this definition in this way. So it is multiplied and divided by this maximum demand. And already we have seen average demand divided by maximum demand. It is nothing but the load factor. So here our plant capacity factor is equal to load factor into the ratio between maximum demand to the average demand into 100. Next, utilization factor. The ratio between the maximum demand and rated value of plant capacity is called utilization factor. So the utilization factor of a unit with the good efficiency is operated as high as possible. Now the utilization factor value is always more than 1 when the unit is operated at overload. So we can write plant capacity factor is equal to maximum demand divided by plant capacity into 100, and the ratio between maximum demand and plant capacity we can here we can also write the plant capacity factor. It is nothing but load factor into utilization factor. Next, plant use factor. So the plant use factor, already we have seen the utilization factor. It is nothing but it is a ratio between generated units to the kWh. That we will see what is kWh into 100. So if we are using more numbers of units, so we can write kW1H1 plus kW1H2, where kW1 and kW2 here, that is 2. So here kW1 and kW2, it is a capacity of unit which is operated at H1 and H2 hours respectively. The plant use factor shows how much of its capacity was actually used when the unit was operated. Now let me see the one example. Suppose the one power station generated a unit per day is 14 into 10 raised to 5. Now there are 50 megawatts unit used in the power station. That means 3. There are 350 megawatts. 350 megawatts units are used in the power station. Out of them, one unit is operated for 18 hours, second unit is operated for 12 hours, and third unit is operated on 5 hours. So from that we can find out the plant use factor. It is nothing but the numbers of units generated per day divided by kW1H1 plus kW2H2 plus kW3H3. Just put the value of this kW1H1, kW2H2 and kW3H3. So from that we will get the plant use factor is 80%.